Alright, let's make a little parenthesis. I just got some stuff delivered that I need to make this engine run good. I went and purchased these as a part number. Pretty much this is the pulley, and I will be replacing this pulley right here, and I will be putting this one. The reason why is because now the belt is just gonna run the alternator and the water pump, and not the power steering pump. So I need to put this part here in order for the belt not to like wiggle, and it's a little bit smaller in diameter, so that way it will not rub against the bolts on the alternator. I went and purchased this belt. I got two brands. I got the Mocha brand and I got the Bando brand. I'm gonna run with the Mocha just because it looks better on material. This serpentine is a little bit smaller than the OEM one, so this will be the replacement for not running power steering pump on the front. So basically it's going to go from the crankshaft to the alternator, on top of this pulley, under the water pump, and on top of this one right here, and then back. So that's going to be the route now. Also, I went and purchased the washer. This is not the right size, but I'm going to make it fit. So the outside, it's like right in there, so it's 35 millimeters on the outside, and then the inner hole needs to be 18 millimeters. Now this one is not 18, so I'm gonna make it 18, and then the thickness has to be 3 millimeters. That way this will run aligned to this one, and you're not gonna have any problem with the belt. Got it. Now it's 18 millimeter, should be good. Not the perfect, but it's gonna do what it needs to do. Taking that one out, putting this one in, putting the belt, and testing. New problem, I think this is a big one. So it was really sealed in there, and that little part that is all corroded didn't want to get out, so I broke it. God damn, I'm gonna try to take it off. Hopefully it goes out so I can place it back. Let's see. And that's where it should be. This one is not good. I'm going to get that bracket. I don't think this one will work, or maybe it will, I'm not sure. Do you know what's there? Power steering fluid. You know where the power steering fluid comes? Power steering pump. But guess what? This car doesn't have power steering pump on the front anymore. That means that it's coming out of the rack. First thing first, I think part of the rack blowing up is because it's old, and then I think this hose is too small and it's creating a lot of pressure. I'm going to put a valve in here so I can lower the pressure, and I'm actually going to put a gauge after, because this is capable of producing 1400 psi. So I don't know if that's a common thing of blowing these racks after putting this pump, because think about it, the OEM pump does not make that much. I think this is too much, but I don't see many people complaining about this pump breaking the rack. So I'm going to take out the rack, I'm going to look at it, and I'm going to see if there's something else. But I'm thinking maybe the seals, I'm not sure. I'm glad that it happens in here and not on track. That would be super sad. So let's go get it. I changed the fittings on my rack because of obvious reason. I already took the inner tie rod. This is easy because I have these. I don't know why I put so much grease in here. I thought that butt needed grease, put a lot of grease. I don't need to use grease, so I'm gonna be cleaning that. I'm just hoping that this rack will slide out. I don't have a lot of space to wiggle this rack out, so I'm just gonna try and do my best. This side is the one that really leaks a lot. Oh shit. Put in here a little bit. So this top hose goes to the first port, don't get it messed up, and then the second one goes to the second port. Let's lose these two off. I'm gonna take these out, and I'm gonna release a little bit of pressure because I need to press this shaft all the way so I can get this nut out. And by the way, this looks like somebody already worked on it because that mark, it is a punch. They did it really hard where like you already see where it's like bent in there, so I might have a little issue taking it off. Hopefully I don't strip the thread. I can't really see anything, so anyways, I will buy that seal kit and I will put everything new. But this looks pretty good to me, besides the fact that it's not sealing anymore. Everything else is good. Oh, this ain't good. See that grounding? So that's all the old ones, all the new ones. Of course, you got to use the washers for this whole assembly, and I think that's all you got to reuse. Go. All right, so we got this one finished. We got this one finished. Now I believe we will put seals in here because that one is already installed. Let's go for it. All right, up next we'll put this one, not the smallest one but the mid-side. There's 3 different types in here, so I'm going to apply a little bit of lube. That way it will go nice and easy. This one doesn't need to be preheated, just a little bit of lube so it goes smooth. Try to put it the spring needs to be facing up. Try to push it a little bit in there so you secure it. All right, now get you a socket, maybe 24. That's what I'm using now. It's almost the same side, so you can get it in there. I'm gonna use it backwards. All right, hit it once, hit it twice. I'm going to hit it one more time. And there it is. It's not going anywhere else. So once you have that one, just go ahead and install the ones on the shaft. You do want to put something in here. In this case, I'm gonna use some tape. That way I don't risk the seal to get caught in there and messing a brand new seal. So I'm just gonna use some electrical tape. You can use whatever you think is going to work, and I'm going to tape this nice and easy, just so I protect that seal whenever it's coming through here. Clean a little bit here. Next, this is the seal that we're going to use, these 2 right here. So I'm gonna apply a little bit of lube in the inside, just overall, just a little bit of lube, and then facing that way. That metal part has to face out where the tape is. I'm going to add some tape on top of the loop. Doesn't really matter. Now I'm putting this one through. Okay, be careful, try to get it all the way there. Okay, there you go. Be careful with that green thing inside, this little ring in there. There was a metal piece that I already installed, metal bushing that goes all the way on the middle. It's in there, you guys might see it. After you put this seal, you got to put that metal bushing all the way over there. Now I'm going to take this tape off. So now what we're going to do is install this shaft all the way over there so that we can proceed with this process. Now am I gonna lube a little bit the shaft? Not much, just a little bit, so I feel better. So these now this lines need to be facing this way, so I'm gonna put it just like that. Okay, found the sweet spot. There you go. Now you want to hit it with a hammer or something. Alright, so you want to hit it all the way until like almost reach the end of the threads, all the way until it bottoms down. So after that, here's the little seal that I lost. Leave it outside. I'm gonna put it here in a second. After that, you can turn in here and align it. One way to check if that it's sealed is if you apply some pressure, it should come right back. All right, next step, we need to install this other seal right here. You already have that one out of the way, bottom out and everything. To lube this as well, you can put tape. I'm just not gonna use it because it's just a little bit. Always this facing out and the springs facing in. Take this shaft out a little bit. 49. Right, up next, it's the housing with last seal. You have a little string in there, so that goes facing up. So you wanted to put it like that. Next would be the bearings. So you want to have the exposed side. If you look at this one and that one, the exposed side is gonna go, this case, facing down. So we will have this exposed area facing like that. Everything is greased up. I haven't put the O-ring because the O-ring goes outside, so I'll put it here in a second. You kind of want to wiggle this, all right, and then there you go, push it down. Remember, if you have that metal ring, put it. I don't have it, it didn't come with it. I'm not gonna put anything, so you're gonna rely on that O-ring. So then this is pretty self-explanatory. You will see how it goes. Watch out with those seals. I'm gonna put a little bit of lube on those seals. I'm gonna put some grease on the top of this bearing. There you go. That's it. Nice. Up next will be this part. This is really tricky, and all this does is give you tension on the on this shaft, so that way it will not be just super crazy. So I'm going to read that document that I just shared with you guys, and I'm going to see what would be the proper way to do it, and I'm going to do it, but I'm not going to measure because I don't have the tools to like pull this and see what's the amount of pressure that requires to be moved, and same with here. So I'm just going to tighten it up to whatever torque spec it needs, and call it a day. I hope this was helpful for those that needed to rebuild a rack and pinion. I think this is my first and last, because I'm probably gonna want to spend the money instead of fixing this stuff. So on to the next one, guys. Thank you for always being here and helping me out. Check out the store, we got really cool merch, so go check it out and support. Thank you guys for watching. See you the next time.